Hello internet, my name is Lave and I watched Stuber, which is directed by Michael Dowse, who was the director on Goon and It's All Gone Pete Tong. And to be honest, I didn't really know too much about this one other than it starred Dave Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani. Now the last time I watched a Kumail Nanjiani film without really knowing what it was, I ended up really quite liking it, so I was hoping for a similar experience. In this one, he's a regular guy called Stu working an everyday retail job who also does a bit of extra work as an Uber driver, hence the title Stuber. One day he picks up a client called Vic, a rough and tough cop determined to crack a case who forces Stu to help him, and that's your premise. It's your standard buddy cop road action comedy movie, one that I didn't have high expectations for. I didn't have any expectations for it really. The best I was hoping that it was going to do was make me laugh, and I did chuckle on a few occasions, but I think that's because if I did see the trailer before going in, then I don't remember it, so a lot of the jokes that they used in the trailer weren't spoiled for me. The two leads work well off each other, with Bautista as the no-nonsense cop so obsessed with catching his man that he neglects his own daughter, juxtaposed against Nanjiani, who's trying to save money to go into business with a girl he likes despite being in the friend zone. And as the film progresses, the hard man learns to open up a bit and the pushover learns to be a bit more ruthless. Now there is a plot detail which isn't revealed in all of the trailers. I think it is in the international trailer, but I'm not going to spoil it here because it is a big part of the film. But essentially what it means is Bautista's character needs Stu to drive him around and do his thing. And when it started happening, I thought, is this going to be ongoing throughout the entire film? And it actually is, and it does afford Bautista to do a bit more kind of like physical comedy, but most of the comedy does come from Nanjiani, who is a comedian in real life, and he has got a good sense of comic timing and some good deadpan humour. The jokes don't always land though. On a few occasions they got a bit juvenile, resorting to slapstick man gets hit in the balls like oh no action comedy, but where the film really lets itself down is in the action part of the film. There's a couple of hand-to-hand combat sequences in there which is obviously trying to ape the Jason Bourne style of handheld shaky cam, but it massively overcooks it. They go on for about 2 or 3 minutes and it's really close quarters stuff, and it's shaking around for so long, like literally 2 or 3 minutes, it just gets really nauseating. But the most disappointing thing about it is at the centre of it all is the dude from The Raid, who is a terrific martial artist, and I think the choreography in there is good, but we just can't see what's going on. It's like, come on, like give us a wide shot every now and again. At times, the film starts to venture into rated 18 Deadpool territory with some of its blood and gore and violence. It feels like they've maybe edited it down to get a 15 rating to attract more teenagers, but I think with a bit more editing, they could have got a 12 or a 12A rating. If anything, I wish they'd really committed to the 18 rating and really gone for it. Other than that, the film has got a good supporting cast with some reasonably amusing turns from some recognisable faces, including a Guardians of the Galaxy connection with Dave Bautista, but the film doesn't last long enough for it to completely run out of steam. That the jokes do start wearing thin, but at 1 hour and 30 minutes it was over before I had a chance to really start hating it. So that's my thoughts on Stuber, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. In all honesty, I wish I did go and watch The Dead Don't Die, the latest film by Jim Jarmusch. It was a toss-up between these two, but I wasn't completely underwhelmed with this one. I think it's one of those films that if I caught on Netflix, I would have thought, yeah, it was okay, it made me laugh a couple of times, but as a paid cinema experience, I was a bit meh. So let me know what you thought of Stuber if you've seen it down in the comments, and as always, thanks very much for watching this video. If you can, give it a like and don't forget to share the lave.